I grew up in Ingham, in North Queensland. My parents were George and Erica Alley, descendant of Kalkadoon and Kuku Yalanji people. My father's from Charter Scouts. He's born there. He's an old stockman in his old days, and hard worker. My grandfather was born in Chillago, and then later in years, I suppose he then got moved down to Palm Island. My grandmother was born at a place called Duchess when Mount Isa never existed. So she was out there, I think, up until a certain age, might have been, when she was 18 or something, and then moved to Palm Island as well. So that's when, grandparents met on Palm Island, married on Palm Island. My grandfather, built the Anglican church on Palm Island. You look at history, and with our mob, sent on reserves and missions, and the lack of nutrition that was provided back in them days, and not eating properly, and anything else that goes with alcohol as well as part of that. I got diagnosed as diabetic probably over 10 years ago, and I suppose when I look at my life, I was playing football, rugby league, and I think, as you do, you play rugby league, you're in these social circles. Even with work, I'm in these social circles while I'm playing rugby league. It probably, when I finished playing rugby league, I continued up, with those social circles, and then, partying and eating the wrong food and all that sort of stuff, which has sort of contributed now to me being diagnosed. You never think that it would happen to you, you never think that. Because of the lifestyle you lived in terms of, like I said, the rugby league, all that sporting, that you did, I thought that it would never happen, But, I suppose when you do get diagnosed, it's like, well, shit, I've got to change my lifestyle. There's a lot of changes you've got to go through. I always, in my mindset, I didn't want diabetes to control me, I wanted to still do things in moderation, When I moved up here, I started to go to the Deception Bay Health Clinic, the Aboriginal Health Clinic out there, and I started to get on their Work It Out program and doing that every week. And I started to see change in my weight and change in, because they teach you how to be more nutritionist, and having a routine like exercise, like watching what I eat, cut down on alcohol. Like, for example, getting up in the morning, making sure I take my tablet. That's a routine I've got to continue to think about every morning I get up. And I've missed my tablets, now and again. But I think it's just finding a routine that best supports, enables you to manage your diabetes more effectively. I work for a company called B6 Watback, National Indigenous Affairs Manager. My role is to strengthen relationships between Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, traditional owner groups, and B6 Watback. Make sure we're putting in place Indigenous engagement strategies that help provide employment opportunities for local Aboriginal people and Torres Strait Islander people. People who are watching this, I'd like them to take parts of what I've shared today, or take some learnings for what I've shared today, to help them to either, not become a type 2 diabetic, or how to, manage their diabetes, themselves in the future.